is someone who doesn't necessarily know what they want to do yet, do you have any advice for that type of student?
Yeah, so that's kind of where my youngest daughter is. You know, she's about to turn 20 and be a junior at UCLA. And I think it's so common. I mean, how the heck can you know yourself at 20? You know, if you compare yourself as a 20-year-old to 21 compared to how you were at 16, just think about the difference there. And when you're at 16, you thought, oh, you knew everything, you know, about yourself. So I think the thing that I find is if you're in the college environment still, then I recommend taking all sorts of different classes within reason, because I always say college is a place you find out things you don't want to do. You know, you go sit in a class and you talk to people doing that and you say, wow, that just isn't me. I can't see myself doing that. That's how I discovered I didn't want to be a doctor or research person, because I met people doing that. I was thinking, I don't want to do that. So if you're still in college or you're newly out of college and you went to college, use your alumni network, or while you're there, just to talk to people 10, 15 minutes. Most people will give you from your same university or college 10 or 15 minutes to talk about themselves. People love talking about themselves. And from that, you can learn. If you're not in college, then I'd say it's just an opportunity to try different jobs as long as you can find them in fields you think are interesting. Thinking about law, try to find a paralegal situation. You want to go into finance, okay, find some accounting clerk job where you're just processing checks. Yeah, maybe it won't be glamorous at the beginning, but remember, you're not there to make money. You can take risks, look at things not as like, oh, I'm stuck here. Look at it as like, I'm not really certain what I want to do, so I'm going to do research on it, just like anything. You know, people will spend hours upon hours researching a watch or shoes on the internet, like meticulously, right? Oh my God, can I get a better price than this? Wait, is this the size I really want? I don't know if I want this. Just use that same kind of shopping mentality to look at yourself and say, hey, what do I really want to do? And then also know you may get into something for a bit, and as you mature as an adult, learn different things. It's okay if you get 2 or 3 or 4 years in and you say, you know what, this isn't really working for me. I'm going to go do something else. Sometimes people get afraid that they have to stay in that course. Even my youngest daughter was thinking, well, what if I get through medical school and then right near the end I think, oh, I don't want to do it. I said, then you leave. People do that all the time, but it's all that money. So you still gain knowledge, you still learn stuff, but the most important thing is you learn that you didn't want to be a doctor. And so it was better than being a doctor for 2 years and being a bad doctor because you didn't want to be a doctor. So there's always time, especially in your 20s. It doesn't seem like it, but there will be many opportunities to pivot, adjust. You may have to do some work. You may have to take a pay cut. You may have to change the size of your apartment or where you're living. But the ultimate goal is to discover who you are, discover what your soul wants to do, I guess. And once you do that, when you find it, like my wife always knew she wanted to be a psychologist, so she's totally in harmony with what she's doing. But that's the vast minority of people. So you are going to have to just keep going on this journey. But that's what life is about. I don't want to get too oogly boogly for people, but realistically, you will go on this journey to find what your calling is. And it's okay if you go down the wrong pathways a few times, because you're still living your life and you're still learning.
We appreciate you speaking with us today and providing such great insight for young professionals who aren't looking to go, to college right after they graduate high school. And you said something that really stood out to me. It's that in your 20s, that's the time you need to discover. Your 20s are about discovery. And within discovery, you can actually find out who you are, your true interests, and what you want to do. And, if you aren't able to find something that you want to do for the rest of your life, it's okay to pivot and try new things. That's how magical your 20s are. And I believe our listeners are really going to find this information inspirational and valuable. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me here. Really appreciate it.